Hello and welcome to a short video demonstrating how to insert panel pockets, multiple studs and vents within the framing application. For this demonstration, I'm going to show you how you can insert these items and then edit them once they've been inserted into the frame. In order to insert panel pockets, you will need to go to the framing pull-down menu and then select Insert Panel Pockets. You should then see the palette on the left-hand side. This palette allows you to configure the panel pockets you are going to insert. We can change the pocket style from sitting within the panel edge or sit at the panel end. We can then also set the dimensions for our pocket as well, the width, the height, and the distance from the opposite edge. We can also choose to measure the height from the lowest rail point or the highest rail point. If we choose to place the panel pocket on an edge, then we can choose the top or bottom. We can choose to trim back the cladding for the external and internal sides, and we have the option to break the cladding around the pocket. We can also include spreader timbers, whether it's a single or double, and we have different stud configurations. We can choose from modular studs only, we can set out from a center, we can group at the center, or we can fill the pocket with studs. We can also set the center stud count and include support studs as well. We can also go ahead and define the full height studs, which will be on the left and right hand side of the pocket. If we go on to the next tab, we can have a look at the material setup. Currently it's using the default material from the material set. However, we can override this option as well. We can change the full height stud shape to an I-beam or a C-stud or an S-stud or rectangular. We can also change the spreader material, the infill stud material, and the stud material itself. Once you've configured the panel pocket, you can then insert it by minimizing the palette and then selecting the frame in question and then defining the panel pocket start and the direction. If you look on the left hand side, you should now be able to see that the frame now has a pocket inserted into it. Once we've inserted our panel pocket, we can then copy it to the other frames as well. We can use the standard AutoCAD copy command and copy it across to the other frame. We can also select the pocket and use the grip points to adjust the size of the pocket. We can then select the middle grip point to move it as well. Once the pocket has been inserted, we can go into the properties and change the pocket. For example, we can change the pocket so that it's filled with studs, or we can change it so it's modular. We can also increase the number of full height studs to the left and right. And we can adjust the width. We can also set the cladding on the external side not to be trimmed as well. We can also increase the number of spreader timbers as well. We can go from a single to double. To insert multiple studs, we would need to go to the framing pull-down menu and select Insert Multiple Studs. You should then see the palette on your left-hand side, which will allow you to enter the number of studs that you wish to enter into your frame. In order to insert the studs, select the frame and then the center point of the multiple studs. You should then see all your multiple studs inserted. Once you've inserted your multiple studs, we can copy and move them just like panel pockets using the standard AutoCAD copy commands and move commands. We can also go to the properties and change the number of multiple studs as well. To insert a vent, you will need to go to the Framing pull-down menu, Openings, and then select Insert Vent Opening. Once you have done this, you will then see a palette appear on the left-hand side. From here, you can configure the vent's width, height, and base level. We can also choose whether or not to trim back external or internal cladding. To insert the vent, we need to select the frame in question and then choose the center point. You should now see the vent inserted into the frame. We can select the vent and then change the dimensions, trimming options, and materials via the properties. We can also select the vent and then move it using the grip points, adjust the size as well using the grip points, and once again we can use the AutoCAD copy and move commands on the vent as well.